So that was fun.
Oh.
But yeah, my left foot, like the metatarsals, was like the top of the foot. It hurt so bad. I think because the first day I was walking around in dress shoes.
That's
I
such a
brought
bad
dress
idea.
shoes. I brought boots because it was IML,
Yeah.
International Men of Leather.
Yeah.
So I brought like big hunky chunky like combat boots, and then I brought boat shoes. I didn't bring any tennis shoes.
Oh, okay.
So-
I see why your foot hurts
Oh
now.
my gosh! Like literally, my friend I was with, we would stop and he'd have to massage my foot, and it get hurt so bad to get. Like I guess he was saying there were nerve endings that were like getting pushed through and caught between the bones themselves, and he had to like push it back through basically.
Wow.
And I'm on a bench on like a walking route, like crying but also laughing because I'm so embarrassed about how bad it hurts that I don't want to cry in public with like a bunch of joggers jogging around and
Right,
shit.
with another guy massaging your foot while
I'm, like,
you're
laying
crying.
on a bench and shit. I'm like, oh my god, and so I started laughing a lot, which was funny.
Wait, why didn't you guys? Could you rent scooters? Because in
It was
Vegas you
so
can rent
early.
scooters.
Like we went to breakfast at 7 in the morning, and started walking around then, and they didn't have anything available of like. And he doesn't want to do. He wants to
That's
walk and
early
burn off.
as F.
I know.
I feel like, well, I think older people just get up earlier.
Well, also, I think also with me was I had an overnight flight, a red-eye flight from Vegas to Chicago.
Yeah.
And I got in and it was like lunchtime. And first off, it started off kind of crazy because I normally stay in touch with my friend the whole entire time.
Right.
And last thing I heard from him was like, I don't know, maybe like 4 a.m. my time or something, and I didn't hear him saying, oh, I'm getting on the plane or anything like that. So when I got to Chicago, he's normally he's right outside the gate waiting for me because he normally gets an earlier flight. But this time he wasn't there, and I couldn't get a hold of him, and I'm waiting for over an hour. And
And you were confused.
and I was concerned,
Yeah.
and so I'm like, let me go down to the baggage claim, maybe his phone died or something, and his city popped up on the baggage claim. He was not there. Everyone already got their bags. Now I'm starting to like, what's going on? I'm like hitting him up like, hey, his phone's off, of course, because I don't know, but I'm thinking the worst. I'm like, did they get into a car accident on the way to the airport, and they can't reach me, or so I'm like, well, what do I do? So I go to the ticket counter, and I'm waiting in line to talk to somebody, see if they could tell me who's on the magistrate, if they're there.
Yeah.
And when I was almost up there, I had gotten a phone call from him saying that he got pushed off his flight and had to take the next one. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that was the first thing that started out the week,
Right.
or almost a week out there in Chicago.
Right.
And we went out to lunch, and because we took the train into town, and I was still awake from this whole entire time, so I fell asleep around 7:30 the first day we got there. And then I woke up at like 3 a.m. or something. It was beautiful seeing like the sunrise off of Lake Michigan right there. And it was all like purples and pinks and stuff. But but it was nice just to do that, and then learning about how the hotel that we were staying at, the Congress Hotel, was one of the most haunted places in Chicago.
Wait, is it normally at the Congress, or?
They moved it to the Congress, I want to say a couple years ago, maybe.
Okay.
This has been going for 45 years.
Oh, wow. I had no
know.
idea. I didn't know.
It's so cool because like they have like pictures of like back in the day.
Yeah.
And those sort of things really get me because it, being and we'll go into probably a pride conversation like we were talking, but being in June now, it really has affected, just thinking about the history of things and
progress.
And it makes me feel proud to be a part of this group and to be a part of the progress. And seeing the faces and pictures of these people that have gone before me, it really gives me kind of goosebumps and makes me feel like, oh my gosh, like crying
Aw.
almost. Of being like, you know, like, some of these people lost their freaking lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The AIDS epidemic, like, that ain't no joke.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, like, that made it through, like, they lost a lot of their friends and loved ones. And that's so heartbreaking that they had to go through that. And I feel so grateful that I don't have to go through that.
And there's so much in terms of technology and
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, it, you know, it just makes me, like, just have a heartwarming moment when I see those things, and I'm like, that was cool, because it's the same thing pretty much today that they were doing then. It's just like a bunch of people getting together and enjoying that they're weird and kinky and like leather, and, you know, it was fun. It was a good time.
Wait, so were there ABDLs there? And did you openly wear a diaper there?
I did not openly wear a diaper there. I think because I was with a group that was more leather guys, and but I did buy diapers and I wore them under shorts. But I don't know. I just didn't want to. I was having the moments where I'm like, maybe I should be a little bit like not putting it in anyone's face, I guess, of the people that I'm staying with, and they're not so much into it, so I'm like, I'll, you know, wear in my room, but I don't know. That was just my decision, and that's the way I chose to do it. But I did see quite a few ABDL people there. ABU was there. Of course, they had a booth there, so they, I mean, are all in support of the leather community as well, which was great to see them at almost every single event that I've been to, like Claw, like
they're doing so many events this year. It's like
Folsom Street Fair. I mean, I've seen them in a lot of, you know, what, regular or normal quotation mark kink, gay, leather, whatever you want to call it, events that I go to, and it's really cool just to, you know, see acceptance from that community saying, hey, like,
huge.
You know, you're cool, like, it may not be my thing, but hey, rock it, you know? And, or they may be like, well, wow, this is different, I might be into this, you know?
It's representation, like, having people see it and seeing it as being part of everyday life, like, hey, there's littles, there's ABDLs, there's diaper fetishes. And it's amazing how much, like, ABU has done, because before I felt like it was all tykables at the kink events.
Yeah, you're right.
And sponsoring stuff, and now boom, like,
and I was
ABU
actually
like
very
everywhere.
surprised. Well, I was surprised that tykables wasn't there. From what I heard is they didn't have enough people in town to make it happen, so it wasn't, I guess, probably like fiscally, you know, like a gain for them, you know, or some way. But you know, it was still nice to see some representation there. I know Rears was also a sponsor.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yes, because they were on like the bronze sponsor. They didn't have anyone there though. That's the thing that threw me off. I think they just paid money to like help out the community or something.
Yeah,
you know, like, here you go.
Yeah, they did the financial sponsorship.
Right, but it was nice to see. I'm like, oh, their name's on there. Wow, that was different.
Wow, because I was just gonna say, like, it would be cool. Like, it's great that tykables and ABU is showing up for all the gay kink events. But what about the non-gay kink events? I would love to see more ABDL companies step up.
Do you know what I haven't seen is Bambino. I don't see them really.
They've never done anything like community-based with like people showing up to things or vending or whatever. They've never done that.
But yeah, it was nice to see some of my friends from different parts of the United States. Saw guys from LA, from New York, like, and it's just like, oh my gosh, hey, you're here too. Hey, what's up? So it was just nice to catch up with people, and you know, I saw one diaper boy in a straitjacket, and he had a locking pacifier on, and he was had a leash on. He was getting dragged down to. It was cute because it was a baby blue straight jacket, and he's wearing a space ABU, which actually they're doing away with those, right?
Yeah, they're vaulting them or whatever.
But he had his. I want to say it was his mommy, but I don't know how people identify, especially with leather events. Like, I just don't know.
Right.
And it's International Men of Leather, so I'm like you know, I just don't want to assume. So I'm like, oh, but that's, it was cool just to see something cool like that where it was like openly
Yeah.
done.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so that was cool, and I was like, oh, a little bit jelly. I'm like,
Yes.
why can't I be with my friends that are diaper people?
I would have loved
But
to do that.
That's hot.
Oh my
You know,
goodness,
I love
that's
that
so hot.
humiliation. And it, you know, some of the ghosts might have enjoyed the seeing that too, because it's a haunted hotel. What?
I'm sure the ghosts would have enjoyed all the scenes.
Well, I'm just saying, they'd be like, wow,
Possibly,
something
if they were
different.
into
Wow, that's
that.
pretty cool. But yeah, so that was cool seeing that. Like I said, I was with friends that were not, they wanted to go to different events, so I
Yeah.
wasn't able, I heard that there were some ABDL events going on, and so that was nice that that's happening,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Even if I don't have the opportunity myself to make it to some of those, it's nice that they're available, especially in the leather community. But I have
Yes,
seen a
that's
couple
huge.
diaper boys walking around in just diapers.
What?
And yeah, so it was like, because there was guys walking around pretty much naked
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
And the staff is cool, like
Yeah.
everyone that works there, like it got wild. Like the people getting spanked and stuff, and like the lobby, the registration lobby and stuff, and they had a bar that connected right to the lobby, so it's like in a lounge, so there's like a bunch of areas for people to sit down and talk and chit chat, and you know,
Oh, I have a question. So I know it's a leather convention, right?
yeah.
So are there, like, yes, people are getting spanked,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously there's a lot of leather. Were there other fetishes?
Yes, I did see. I was smoking outside, and this cigar guy was next to me, and we were talking. And some guy comes up, and he gets on his knees, and he opens his mouth, and the cigar guy just ashes into the guy's mouth. I guess he was like with him, I'm assuming,
Oh, yeah.
standing from like afar.
Yeah.
And just shows up when he needs a ash. That was cool. There was piss play going on. Saw some guys.
Open piss play?
Well, in the hotel,
Hot.
and so I wasn't wearing a diaper one of the nights as I was outside smoking, and I go into the bathroom downstairs, and it's completely, the lights are shut off, and there's like 10 dudes in there, and I'm like, I just have to pee. Like, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go somewhere else. Like,
Wait, you didn't want to, like, wade your way and
hell
feel
no.
your...
Well,
Why?
because if I peed on someone's boot or like went in their sock or something, that
Oh,
would be,
yeah.
I'm sure they wouldn't be very happy about that.
Well, no, they put themselves in the position of being in a totally dark bathroom.
I just can't see.
right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I
Well,
don't.
what were they all doing in there?
Well, I'm assuming there was some sort of fornication going on, but that's up for debate because I can't see anything.
Well, I'm
so
sure if you're like,
maybe they're just
hey, I
telling
need the toilet.
like scary stories. They had a flashlight and they're like one at a time.
Well, then there would have been light.
Well,
if
I
they had a
didn't. Maybe
flashlight.
they were passing it off to the next person.
Anyways,
I don't know.
you could have just asked someone, like, hey, where are the urinals at? And you kind of
There would
lead
probably
them
have been
towards
someone
it.
saying, "In here, I'm right here."
And would you be open to that?
I
Or-
mean, I'd be down. Like, I pissed down boys' diapers at Capcom. Like,
No, I mean in someone's mouth.
Oh yeah, I'd be all right with that too. I've done that
cool.
before.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that. It's just, and it's kind of like a blowjob afterwards. So it's like, nice, like thanks.
Yeah, you win.
Yeah, it's a win-win, I guess. Unless they like want to start hanging out or something. I don't know them or something. I'm like,
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go now.
right. That
anyways.
was. Oh, I was gonna say. I had gone, go out to dinner every night and stuff. We had gone to a restaurant, and I met up with another porn friend of mine and one of his friends. And the next morning, I get a response on one of my pictures that I posted, and the person had said, "Oh, I served you guys this and this at this restaurant last night. It was good to see you." Blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, why didn't you just say something to me? Like, that would have been nice. Like, you could have introduced yourself. Like,
Okay, so you don't think that would be weird if, like,
It
your
happens to me a
server was
lot.
like, "Oh, hey, Drayden."
I don't care. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Maybe they'll like hook it up. You never know.
Yeah,
They'd
no.
be like, oh, 50% of the bill is marked off. Don't worry about it, buddy. Like, shit. I mean, like, please
Right.
let it be known. And my other friend, who's a bigger name, like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, maybe they had their boss around and they couldn't really, they didn't, I don't know. I don't know what it was.
True.
Or they were just shy. It could have been, you know, they're like, I can't say something. But
Maybe.
yeah, I can only do it on the internet or something, and
I feel
maybe
like,
that's what it was.
I feel like people in that industry, in customer service, if they see someone like famous, they're not supposed to, you know, just be like, oh my
like
gosh,
fangirl out and shit.
Yeah, and start taking pictures with them. Yeah, that would be frowned upon.
Yeah, I guess it would be. I don't know. I guess it's just kind of like I'll walk through like a random parking lot in San Fernando and California, and I've had someone like, hey, do you film? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh my gosh, I love your videos. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh wow.
And it's like random places like that I'll get noticed sometimes, and I'm like, that's cool. Like, thank you. Like, I'm happy that I'm making, you know, a change in the world here.
Wait, do you ever get noticed as Baby Donny?
Yes, but that's at like, so like at
not counting ABDL events.
yeah.
Obviously.
So I went to Palm Springs at Cathedral City Boys Club.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it was for Hot Seat Retreat, which is a gay spanking event.
Mm-hmm.
And that I saw quite a few. Well, I think I told you one of them was randomly that came up to me like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? I love your videos." But randomly enough, I saw them the year before at CapCon, or it was a summer cap, and they challenged me to an arm wrestling match.
Yeah,
that I told you about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was the same person. So it was cool to see the kinks cross over like that because of course they do. Because I like getting spanked. I like being in diapers. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I mean, I also like the whole leather thing too, and, you know, bondage, and I just like the loss of control and having someone like know what's best and, you know, will take it to more of a sexual thing for me.
So at IML, there was definitely bondage stuff going on, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was but there was a lot of vendors too. Like I said, there was ABU was there, but you know, they had, you know, Fort Trough or like Mr. S leather, like they had quite a few different things. Like I even got a hat over there. It says Brad on it. It's really cute. It's a ball cap.
That just reinforces your brattiness. I feel like these types of merchandise will just reinforce you and make you worse.
Oh, gosh, where was that? I can't remember where I got that one from. But that was a cute little find, and my friends that I was with, they know I'm a little, and they know I'm a brat, so
yeah,
it was an easy pick for them to be like, I'm getting this for you. I'm like, okay, I guess I am. Thanks.
Okay, so back to the getting recognized as Baby Donny.
Oh,
Has
yeah.
like a stranger ever come up to you and recognized you as Baby Donny, not Draven?
That I don't know.
Yeah.
And probably not at probably not like at the supermarket and shit like that. I don't think that's like that far of an extent. It's normally at these events. Either it's a crossover thing like spanking, or like a daddy boy thing. I'm sure that I would get noticed there. But yeah, not randomly. I think you've had experiences where you've like, were you like a train station or something like that, and you're like slumming around there looking for boys? Nudge, nudge,
Just looking for desperate guys that need to pee. And then I block them from the bathroom. I'll start talking to them, and then they wet themselves and be like, oh dear.
Oh no, you had saw they were wearing a onesie or something, right? And commented about that, and they're like, oh my gosh.
Oh
That's
yeah, and
you.
then they recognize. No, that was at Town Square. That was at the mall right
that's so
here.
funny though.
With
but that's a random place, you know.
Yeah, I wish I got recognized more. Like I want to get recognized and be like, oh my god, it's Diaperperv.
Yeah.
But sometimes people will like email or text me afterward. Not text me, but
oh, but that's
me
like right. That's
afterward.
kind of like how that was with the guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, say something to me.
Yeah.
Like I'll give you a hug, you know, like, or a picture or whatever the fuck you want, you know, like.
Yeah, I think that's so exciting. I don't know. Maybe we just need to like bring our social media-ness, our ABDL social media presence to like the next level.
I
and
think
get
so.
on some like bigger podcasts.
Have you seen? Wait, no, that was on I think that's only on Tumblr, which is not as big as it was before. But they have
No.
like, if you pay this much money, then you can, we'll promote your post to so many, extra viewers or something.
Oh yeah.
But
I don't
that's
think that
so.
would apply to our type of content.
No, I don't think so either.
No.
At least not the ones that will get the most likes.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so at IML, did you go to the pageant?
I went to the opening ceremony and which other one did we go to? I can't remember. It was the end of like the PEX and personality contest or something. But I only got the end of it because we had gone to dinner and then we went to go see some other friends that lived in town. And then I was like, I want to go to this event. And so trying to herd cats pretty much, it's like everyone, like a group of like 5 of us. And I'm like, okay, come on guys. Like,
that's tough.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But then like someone's in the bathroom or someone's doing this. Like, oh, they didn't change my shoes. And like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to leave you guys.
I know.
Myself.
It's tough when there's more than 2 people or 3 people.
Right. We're getting on a subway and we have to travel. It's like, nah. Because some of these events were not at the host hotel.
Oh, okay.
So,
I see.
like, you'd have to go to, not that far. It was like maybe down the street, or it could be like, a mile away or 2 miles away. But, a lot of the person I was really staying with, he was all about walking. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we open this podcast talking about your foot. Yeah.
It's good now, pretty much. It's a little bit painful, but man, like that was a whole level. I'm getting old.
Yeah, so am I. I developed foot issues like last year. I have to wear orthopedic shoes now.
Well,
which
good. You figured that
cool.
out. Well, they look like moon boots or something.
No, they're just not that hot. I had to like literally give away all my shoes.
Oh.
Because I can't wear them. But anyway.
Did you see that?
What?
That scar?
Yeah. What is that?
That was a scene that I did. And I was getting spanked, but the femdom lady that was spanking me, she was wearing stilettos.
Oh.
And when I went to go over her lap, because her foot was like underneath, like figure 4 type of thing.
Oh, yeah, like that.
The heel was sticking out the side, and my arm just sliced right across, started bleeding all over the place.
Oh,
like,
dang.
Oh my! But I didn't like stop the scene. I was like, let's just do this, like power through it.
Right. So she was aware that you were like bleeding.
No, they didn't know because
okay.
my head's over here, my arm's over here, hanging off the side of the bed.
Okay.
And my ass is in the air, and she's spanking me.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, let's just get through this part.
Right.
And I could douse it with alcohol and cry about it. And
wow.
so that was, it hurt so bad. Stilettos, like slicing my forearm.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
Ouch.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's gonna stay.
Oh, totally. That'll be marked up for life.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have tons of scars all over me, anyways, and then, like from motorcycle accidents. That was Samson. That was my Rottweiler that I had. I brought him on the Comal River, which is like they float the river and go through rapids. Mm-hmm. But I attached his inner tube that had a bottom. I put him in one of those. Yeah. I attached it to my inner tube. We went down some rapids, and he freaked out and jumped on me.
Oh,
and sliced my arm.
Of course he jumped on you.
I know. He was like, "Help me, Dad!"
They don't understand what's going on. They're like, I'm gonna die.
I felt bad.
Like, they don't
but then the
even
rest of it
understand.
was fine. It was just the very beginning. But still,
okay.
I was like bleeding into like the river water, and I was like, well, I guess a beer will help.
So did he go back in his raft, or you were carrying him?
No, he was good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dogs would not do that. They would just be on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's something, that was a sidetrack moment of just scars. But yeah.
Okay. So
IML was really cool. I like I said, I got to see a lot of friends that I hadn't seen, ABDL community and not. But
okay, so in total, how many ABDLs do you think there were, like in your guesstimate?
Ooh, I don't know, I'd say like about 50.
That's a lot.
Yeah, there was a good amount there. Like there was boys that I didn't even know who they were. So I'm like, I mean, but
did you sound surprised? Like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know who they were.
Well, no, like normally, like I meet a lot of people and I go to a lot of events, you know. So like I mean, East Coast is different too because I don't get out there as much. So it could be someone from the East Coast that I don't know, you know, or wherever. But I know predominantly a lot of people. I would think on the West Coast that, especially that, you know, either are always, you know, they're not always, but are out there in the community, and going to events themselves. Because I try to make it a point, if going to these events, like, it's a scary thing when you start out and you're scared of being rejected and things like that you don't want to say something stupid. So a lot of the times, like when I was new especially, like I would like ditch out. Like I would show up to the munch or the event and I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is too scary, I can't do this, and I would leave. Or I'd go into the restaurant and I wouldn't sit with everybody. I would just like, I'm gonna just have lunch here, and then totally freaked out. So because like I don't know. And I feel that it's important for people in the community to step out of their comfort zone and meet other people. And it's important for, because we've all been new. And so, like, people that have been in the community now for a while, it's nice to go out and say, hey, you're someone new. Who are you?
Yeah.
I'm, baby Donny. It's nice to meet you. This is your first time here? Cool. Like, where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. What do you do? And just to make someone more at ease and feel like it's more inclusive.
I wish everyone could step out and help, like, one new
scary.
person.
It's scary to go out of your comfort zone. And
I just realized that right now, that their perspective as a new person is really scary. And then everyone, I guess, might seem cliquish because there will be a bunch of people that already know each other.
And it's like, this is your fourth time or something. It's like, I already know a bunch of people. I get to see my friends I haven't seen all year long.
But then the new person has to, like, be able to stay there and push past
that uncomfortable parts.
Feelings.
Yeah, it is hard.
Because it is going to be, like, awkward for a while.
It is.
Where you're like, hi, I'm so-and-so. And then you just
they just walk away from you or something like, do I have my invincibility cloak? Because no one's noticing me.
Right, because they went to go say hi to someone else that they remember from the last munch.
And it has nothing to do with you, but it feels like it.
Yeah, and you just have to stick through and keep going.
Yeah, and that's something I really try to harp on people that have been in the community for some time. Like, go out and do that. Like, make someone feel more at ease. Even, if you feel a little uncomfortable too, but just remember where you've been and what you felt, and, like, that's scary, and, like, I don't like feeling that way, and I don't want someone else to feel that way that's, like, wants to be involved in our community. Like, I want to make sure that they have a good time, and they're, like, I was, kind of brings back to the whole IML thing of, like, 45 years. Like, 45 years from now, like, I hope that someone is doing what we're doing and hopefully making it better. Like, being, just, I don't know, just being more friendly about things and trying to involve other people and push, this change of acceptance and really self-acceptance, self-love, but, really with the community of the ABDL community that's involved with the LGBT plus community. And I think I got all the acronyms. I mess up sometimes, but you know what I mean.
LGBTQ plus
A or something, or I can't remember.
Yeah,
there's certain ones now.
Yeah.
But to encompass the spectrum, it's, I just feel that, we could be doing something that people look, 45 years back and they're like, wow, that was cool. Like, they're, part of the change too. Like, that type of thing, which I think is cool. It's like all like full circle, like I don't know.
Were there a lot of pups?
There were a lot of pups actually, and they had quite an extensive tail collection, puppyhood things. It was a really cool one, like a store that had. I saw a flamingo head.
Oh my goodness!
I saw a giraffe, I want to say.
Oh, that's so cool.
There was a bunch of like exotic looking things, and I was surprised. It was cool. One of my friends actually got because they sell a bunch of like different like hat cover things. He got a Doctor Who like top hat looking thing.
There was ABU as a vendor there. Mm-hmm. Were there other littles or ABDL vending?
No.
Okay.
That was it.
Okay. Or anything like on the schedule for
no.
ABDL stuff? Or
no,
mixers?
There was no ABDL. No.
Oh, okay.
I think from what I understand, the piss play party turned into an acceptable ABDL association party, like type of thing. Yeah. So I heard from some friends that I think it was a Jackhammer they had a piss play party, and like
Oh.
the ABDL groups were like,
Why didn't you go?
Because I heard about it after the fact.
It seems like you always hear about the parties and stuff afterwards, and
Yeah.
I feel like it's like you need to just
I think I need to diversify
it.
my groups that I'm in, my chat groups that I'm in,
Yeah.
on certain ones, because I'm on like Telegram and like WhatsApp and and Kik and stuff like that. But
Right. Or if there's like more specific ones, you should ask them to add you
true,
on
yeah,
them.
yeah. Yeah,
and-
because
and do
sometimes
your
we
own
forget
research.
too. Because
Yeah.
I'll hit my friends up and be like, "Hey, let me know. Like, I'm in town or something," and then I don't hear from them. But I'm like, they may be busy doing other things with their lives.
Exactly.
Like instead of waiting on me.
Yes, exactly. And we had this conversation where,
Yeah.
okay, like for the ABDL munch, right? I'm already fucking texting like 30 people the details.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's like hundreds of ABDLs in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So for the rest of them that aren't like, they're like, oh, I didn't know about the munch. Well, can you just please check FetLife?
Yeah,
It's
because
literally
FetLife is
posted.
pretty much the easiest one to find things on.
Everything I post things so early, and then I post it on all my social medias. Like, it's on you too to do your research and search.
So
and
I guess
look.
IML had, from what I understand, because one of my friends went to like, I had woken up a couple of times and they were coming into the room and I'm like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, I went to somebody was having like a play party in the room and just getting dick down and stuff like that." But I guess he was like, the pictures that they used on the website were like 15 years old. They weren't those guys. And I'm like, "Oh, okay." Like, and he's like, "So I just left." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Okay, that's really
But
funny.
that was on, I guess, the IML site or something, or I guess they had some sort of like link to a grouping there.
Right.
So he was showing me, oh, these are like the people that are like posting stuff up, and I was
Yeah.
looking through it and I didn't see any ABDL things on there. I could have maybe looked too early or too late or whatever,
Right.
but and I didn't have it set up through my phone. Matter of fact, I barely had my phone on me. I left it in the room like the whole entire time.
That's
I-
good in a
Yeah,
way.
and a
But
lot-
then when you tell people, oh, tell me about the events, and they tell you, you don't even
I
have
still
your
didn't
phone
get.
on.
I still looked, but I didn't see anything when I
Okay.
would check my phone.
Okay.
And also, when I was in the hotel, I wouldn't wear it because I'm wearing like a singlet or something, or like some really small booty shorts and like a crop top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Right.
not going to be able to hold something. I'm not going to hold my phone and my wallet and walk
That's
around
why
like
you have
that.
a fanny pack or
And I
a
brought my
purse.
fanny pack, but it clashed with a lot of my outfits. I didn't want to wear it.
I have so many fanny packs downstairs. I feel like you should just borrow or just
Yeah,
have
right.
some of my
I come by
fanny
like,
packs.
wait a second, I'm going to go to an event. Let me stop by mine.
Yes, and have like different coordinating fanny packs for whatever
Right.
outfit. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, so but that was the only thing, like, and I didn't really, I don't know.
What? No.
Oh.
Finish your thought.
I'm just saying that I didn't really like go like out of the room that often. Like, we were, like I said, my friends that I'll hang out with, they go to bed at like 9-10 o'clock at night. So most of the time after they would go to sleep, then I would be like, well, I'll just go downstairs, smoke a little bit, have like vodka soda or something like that, and chit chat with people downstairs, have conversations.
Okay. That's cool.
You know, I did like there was one guy that was like leather guy, and he was involved with a lot of stuff, and he was complaining to me about the puppy thing, and he was like, yeah, this is a leather event, like, I don't know, there's all these puppy things, it's kind of weird, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wearing a diaper at the time, too, under my
Yeah.
shorts, and I'm like, do I expose this and show him that I'm like, let me talk to this guy a little bit more, let him build a rapport with me,
Right.
and then I'll, expose it so he can have a better interpretation
Yeah.
of the ABDL community.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
So did you tell him?
yeah, and actually, there was this trans girl that was there, and she's a leather chick, whatever. But she was like, he was like, oh look, blah, blah. I guess she had some sort of experience with her or something. So he was like, brought her over to like, come look at this.
Oh.
So I think he was a little bit shocked. So he would needed some like verification he wasn't tripping or something.
This guy's wearing a diaper.
Is he really wearing a diaper?
Oh my goodness.
But it was cool
I
still
love it.
to get out there, and you know, I had I was sitting down smoking one afternoon, and I had a guy approach me, and he's like, "I jerk off through your videos all the time," and I'm like, "Thank you." Like, I'm
That's
happy
quite
you
an-
do.
Now, do you think that's a good opening or like an
I
awkward?
feel flattered as long as they're not like trying to put their wiener in my face or something, like, or like trying to like physically
Like,
touch me. You know,
Yeah.
like you know. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you. You know, appreciating my work. But you know, let's talk and have a conversation. Doesn't mean you could fucking just all of a sudden do or just grab stuff or think that being a sexual person that I'm a sexual object to everyone, which is some people think that and they just don't have good social skills really. So that just happens sometimes. But that's not a bad line. It's not as tasteful as I would appreciate, and if someone was to say that to me, I wouldn't consider them boyfriend material. But I still, like I said, I'm flattered. It's nice to get that, but I wish that I was it was more ABDL themed, I guess. But I'm just happy that we were there, you know, that we showed up, you know,
Yeah.
because a lot of the ABDL stuff does cross over to leather.
okay, so have you thought about proposing to have a class one next year?
That would be cool. I could see myself doing that. I've taught
Yes.
at Capcom before.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure I could put together a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Pretty easy enough, and just have something there.
Yeah.
I mean,
And have a demonstration and
Yeah.
also talk about the reasons why you like it, the reasons why a top might like it, what appeals to you psychologically, mentally, physically, and so they can learn and gain understanding. That might be really good.
that would be, instead of like, because a lot of times I'm educating, but like I'm educating in an environment where people are consuming alcohol and
Right.
horny. So like I'll get approached. Like I was off Sunset in Hollywood, and where I was, I think that's where it was. Anyways, this drunk guy we was at the Eagle in LA, and so I guess that's whatever. Anyways, he's like, "Oh, what's the thing with the diapers?" And so I was telling him about it, and he's with like his vanilla friends and or vanilla-ish because they're at a gay like leather bar, and I end up. He's like, "Oh, that's cool. Like, could I wear a diaper?" And I'm like, "I could put you in one right now." And so like I just put him in a diaper. Like
What?
in the middle of like the outside bar area.
That's awesome.
Because I got him naked and put him in a diaper, and then you know, I'm like, "Oh, there you go. This is kind of weird." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." Like,
Did you encourage him to like wet it?
well, yep, it was weird because I don't know. I think he was just really drunk because like he was.
Okay.
I mean, he's at a gay leather bar, and when I was changing him or putting him in diaper, he's like, "Don't touch my dick," and I'm like,
Oh.
what are you, straight boy or something all of a sudden? Like, come on, you know where we're at. Like, I'm not gonna try sucking it and shit. But I guess there are guys out there that will just start grabbing and touching stuff and putting out some stuff, and they.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know.
That's true. But that's really cool.
Yeah,
that you
but
tried it.
I wish that I had a better environment. Like you're saying, having a class would be a lot more. People would actually take it and retain the knowledge instead of just like.
I think you should do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, the more that I get involved in the leather community, like I said, I'm getting picked up with Mr. S Leather for their modeling thing. Like if I get seen more, and I do a lot of kink.com scenes, like Men in Pain, and like I do a bunch of kinky things. So like if I could somehow use that to transition more, to have that bridge with, you know, like, oh, we already know this person, we like them, and if they do it, then like maybe we can get into that, and maybe it'll get more recognized, say with Mr. S Leather, or do something, you know, like have some sort of corporations with Mr. S Leather. They could like collaborate with ABU or something, or like I don't know. I want these opportunities to be able to pop up and arise for other people as well, and me being able to do what I do, hopefully will make things change. I just.
Well, even like modeling for Mr. S Leather, that's a huge opportunity. And if they know you're ABDL, just the fact that they know that they have a model that is also ABDL is a huge thing.
Yeah.
In itself. When is that? When is that shoot?
That's probably going to be happening in either this month or beginning of next month. Only because I think San Francisco Pride is at end of or like the 23rd or something of, or that's the end of June, and then the end of July is Dory. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Dory Alley, and that's like Folsom Street Fair, but it's just a smaller scale. But they still are big involved in that, so they're like, we can't have, we can't do a photo shoot when we're also doing like a beer bus, and
all
a
these
booth
big
here
things,
and this there, because they have like, that's a big, they're a bigger company. Like I'm very happy about it because like.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Something around the corner. And yeah, so like I'll be making some more stuff with Age Play 24/7, I'm sure, within the next week or so, or within this month, I'm sure I'll be making more stuff. It was fun doing, because like Clips for Sale has those, this month it's, whatever, or like it was superheroes.
Yeah, they have the monthly contest.
Right, which is cute. Right, it's something to do. But we did a superhero one where it was with our friend Sarah, and I was the dark strap or something like that, and I was wearing a jock strap, cape. We put a mask on, and I had like a ring to like pew pew pew, and like he put in, at post production, the different like sound effects and like little laser beams and shit. But Sarah has a stripper pole in the room, so I was like swinging on it and blocking and stuff. It was really funny, and then she just used her infantilization ray and made me to a baby. So it fed into that for both aspects. So you can get extra, I guess, percentage of your income, I guess is what it is. But
that's pretty.
That's
cute.
fun. It's just fun to like be silly, and they do things like that. So.
Oh yes. Okay. So Diaperactive in July.
Oh yeah.
Right. July 29th.
Yeah.
So are you going to that or not going to that?
I can't. I thought I was going to be able to, but that's Dory Alley.
Okay.
And I'm going to be out there for that, so I'm like, I can't make it. I heard that there's going to be some big parties going on, so, I'm sure that if anyone goes, I'm sure you could find stuff out. And of course, it's kind of like a weekend-long thing now. It kind of turns into with like.
Wait, who's having the party? Can you say or?
No, probably not.
Oh,
but
okay.
It's just But there's always people having stuff going on, anyways. Like, doesn't matter, really. I don't know. I think just because a lot of people come into town for Diaperactive as it is, that it's just kind of like Diaperactive weekend, what it's turned into.
Yeah, I know.
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it, because then I'll get to hang out with my friends and have house parties and,
Wait, how are you you're not even gonna be there?
No, but I'm just saying they're fun to do that. Because I've gone to them before to where that's what it turns into, is a whole weekend. I mean, my family lives in, like, the Los Angeles area, so I could always stay at my mom's if I have to.
Okay, now I'm really depressed.
Well, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be in San Francisco. I'm going to be in Dory Alley. I can't go. I wish I could go.
I'm glad.
Misery likes company.
I'm glad you freaking can't go, because I can't go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in LA for Diaperactive weekend, and I can't physically go to anything. I'm really upset.
Are you, like, stuck at the
I'm, like, really
events? Like,
upset.
your timeline is, like, one after the other, after the other, after the other.
Yeah, because it's a full weekend event, and I have, like,
We'll just skip a meal and go to a party or something. It's LA, you can get out there.
No, there's not enough time.
Where are you in Long Beach?
Physically, I'm in Long Beach.
Oh, you serious? I just made that up.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
It's not even that close to LA or to, like,
You're
NoHo.
right. That's
it.
like LAX, pretty much where
Like,
you're at.
Okay, if I went to the Diaperactive or party, it means I have to.
45 minutes to get out there.
No.
Or 30 minutes.
45 minutes one way.
Yeah, of course.
Right?
With traffic,
and then
it could be an
the
hour.
event, whatever it is, and then back. That means I have to miss something
like 4 hours or 5 hours out of your day.
Like, that means I have to miss something else. Yeah. And in my life, I have priorities. Like, no.
I feel you on that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I heard someone else say it like this. Like, they were really Christian, right? I mean, it wasn't. It was just like on TV or whatever.
Okay.
And they said when you prioritize God or the higher power, then everything else falls into place because you know what to do. You know what things are important and what things aren't important. I'm like that with my life too. I have like priorities of interest and things that make me happy. So the thing I'm going to, the convention I'm going to, that makes me the happiest.
Okay.
Diaper Boys is like a close second, but it's not the first thing. And if this first thing happens only once a year,
Yeah.
I'm going to that. It could be like the hottest fucking diaper boy party in the world, and that's just my priority. I have to live with it.
I mean, I'm sure that there could be some sort of opportunity that might be able to get you to change that. But I think that on the most part, if that's your main jam, then do that main jam.
I think Sunday night is my only like free night because the convention ends at like 7 or 6, and then I
okay.
have that evening, and then that's it.
True, or you could even stay out there an extra day or something.
I am,
and, like,
but I'm going to
hang out
Knott's.
with some. Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's fun.
I already have plans. So
Do you like Six Flags, or is Knott's normally your?
Six Flags is so far. I had a season
Valencia?
pass. Yes, I had a season pass like one
Yeah.
year, and we went 3 times. But
Yeah.
it's still so far to drive out there.
What about Disney?
Disney's okay.
I think it's more nostalgia. Like I like going with my family to Disney.
Yeah.
Like that's more like because I
Okay.
grew up in Southern California, so we'd go to Disney all the time.
Yeah.
And now we just go for Christmas, and that's like our
Your
family thing.
thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's cute. I like it. But I mean, they're not really scary rides. Like
Yeah,
they shut
yeah.
down Splash Mountain, so that's like that was.
They're
one of the scariest.
revamping it.
Yeah.
And
But I wonder if they're gonna have the same drop though.
Yeah.
Especially being
No, they are.
like
I think
that.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I hope so, because I'd be very disappointed
No.
if it's not.
No, they're not going to change like the actual track or anything.
Oh, good,
No,
good.
they're just retheming it.
Okay. Yeah, because
yeah.
the whole Songs of the South
Yeah.
was not a very good movie for Disney.
Yeah. But I'm just going to Knott's on that Monday, yeah.
Oh, I love their boysenberry pies and their
I've
fried
never
chicken.
had one. I always
God,
the
get
fried
their
chicken. No,
so
it's
good.
so overrated.
I love it. I mean, it's not as good as the one at Disney, at the Carnation restaurant that they have right there in the middle, like square area. That's good, but I like Knott's Berry fried chicken and their boysenberry pie is like.
I haven't had boysenberry because I always miss the boysenberry festival because I don't like traveling because I don't like leaving my husband.
I'm hungry again.
We just ate.
I know, I'm always hungry.
Okay, fine.
But yeah, so
Wrap
IML
it
was
up.
a lot of fun, wrapped up in the whole thing, and I had a good time. I wish that I could have been a lot more, but it was more of an event that I feel was more leather-based type of thing, so that's kind of what I was thinking that it was going to be, and that's what it was, which is nothing shamed about it. I love that part of the life as well. So yeah, but I had a good time, and it was just cold out there. I only brought shorts and a sweater.
It was cold.
It was in the 60s.
Like freaking May.
It was
What the F?
Yeah, it was over Memorial Day weekend, so it was
Horrible. Oh wait.
It was 80 the day I left.
Wait, do you identify as a leather man?
I mean, I identify as just I guess I don't know.
Leather person?
I don't know. I mean, I guess if it has to be like one or the other, I guess it would be leather man. But like, just because I'm a cis man and I like leather, but I don't have like all the accoutrements like.
Right. I mean, up here, do you identify up here, like with their lifestyle?
No, not really. I do hold fast some of the values of like camaraderie and integrity and respect of others, but I don't necessarily feel that leather in a way empowers me at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I don't really put emphasis on it. I think it's just hella cute and it looks hot, and I love the smell of leather. Especially like when I'm like playing with someone, if they have like a flogger or something, like a leather flogger, and like the smell of it just gets me submissive, and like even the feeling of rope on my body, like that jute rope, like feeling it go across my skin just like gets me in like subspace. where I just kind of zone out. And I could take a lot more when I get into that headspace. So like taking more pain or being, suspended in awkward situations longer.
Okay.
Because my mind just doesn't really focus on that all that much.
Okay.
But yeah, Leatherman, whatever. I think I'm just a pervert.
Okay.
So.
Do you think I would have fun there?
I think you would. I think you would have a blast. There's. I mean, like I said, there's every gender there. I just don't know how everyone identifies. So, because I wasn't able to talk to everyone, but I thought it was really, really cool because it was just very inclusive of everyone. Like, didn't really matter.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, but it was a good time. I'll definitely go back again, and yeah, that was fun.
Good stuff. Well, I'll just catch up by watching YouTube videos of IML.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, is this the end of this one?
This is the end of this
All right,
one.
well, everybody, thanks for listening and watching if you're watching.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.